Let's move on now and get you the latest from the United Kingdom. Of late, the UK has seen some positive developments when it comes to fighting the pandemic. Most recently, it reported 0 COVID-19 related deaths for the first time since July last year. But the UK's Prime Minister has now warned that the country is not yet out of the woods. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said that he would be cautious in lifting COVID restrictions as it is still unclear how protected the British population is against a new surge of COVID cases. The UK is supposed to come out of lockdown on June 21st. Johnson said that there was nothing in the current data to suggest that the reopening date would have to be postponed, but he could not guarantee it either.
I can see nothing in the data at the moment that means we can't go ahead with step 4 or the opening on June the 21st. But we've got to be so cautious because there's no question the ONS data of infection rates is showing an increase. We always knew that was going to happen. Don't forget, we always said that the unlocking steps that we've taken would lead to increases in infection. What we need to work out is to what extent the vaccination program has protected enough of us, particularly the elderly and vulnerable, against a new surge. And there, I'm afraid, the data is just still ambiguous.
Johnson has previously warned that the spread of the Delta variant, first identified in India, could derail his plans to lift the country's restrictions as planned. The roadmap for reopening England from lockdown includes 5-week intervals between steps, so the impact of each step to ease restrictions can be assessed before the next step is taken. Johnson is set to confirm whether the reopening will go ahead by June 14th. Now, for more on this, WION's London Bureau Chief Mandy Clark has sent us details in this next report from London. Take a look.
Boris Johnson says lifting all COVID restrictions on June 21st is currently on track, but amidst the latest data is ambiguous. He says there needs to work out the extent of vaccination programs has protected enough of the British population, particularly the elderly and the vulnerable, against the new surge. Mr. Johnson is being questioned amongst a growing chorus of scientists, urging them to slow down the lifting of restrictions because of surge of COVID infections and hospitalizations. One of the conditions set for lifting all restrictions, which would include the removing of social distancing, allowing all venues to reopen, is that no new variant take root. So the British public might have to wait a bit more before normality will return. Mandy Clark, World is One, WION, London.